Good morning, welcome to episode 24 of my Around the Kent Coast Cycling Challenge. It's great to have you back. As you can see, we've just passed Westgate-on-sea. I'm just going to show you a clip of us going through it now. It was very nice, kind of that traditional seasidey town, but we are actually going into Margate. I'm just going to pan around so you can see it in the distance, which is the kind of iconic seasidey town of Kent. So it'd be a really good adventure today and see what Margate has to offer. Let's get going. So one of the major towns that we go through on today's vlog is Margate, which is quite exciting because this is the kind of icon seaside town going back many years. Now, Margate had a bit of a slump probably 10-15 years ago, really went downhill. But now, I mean, you look at it today driving through, as we look at the pictures, it really seems to be booming again. Now, I think the reason for the original slump was the old English seaside town really just didn't fit in with modern times. I actually found a quite interesting and quite funny clip from this old Chas and Dave song, which kind of summed up why Margate kind of slowly went out of date.
Along the promenade we spend some money, then we find a spot on the beach that's it beside. The kids will all enjoy themselves digging up the sand, collecting stones and winkle shells to take back home to Nan. Behave yourself, Grandad, or you won't be going down to Margate. Don't forget your buckets and spades and brothers and all. Down to Margate, we'll have a fill of jelly does and a cockle store.
So as you can see, looking at that clip now, it's very out of date and quite comical really. So another reason Margate faltered was the kind of onset of cheap European and international holidays. I'd done a little kind of experiment. I had a look at booking.com for 7 nights in Margate at a 4-star hotel, and the price, I think the cheapest I can get for the first week in September was, I think it was £750. So I kind of looked at On the Beach as well, which is a kind of more international holiday booking company, and for that price you can actually get 7 nights in the Orlando Universal Resort, which includes all your flights, which kind of shows you where the good value for money is, and I'm afraid it's not Margate. So a few years ago, Janet Street Porter actually done a project to regenerate Margate, and she really did bring a lot back to life. But as you can see now, it is actually booming on such a hot day. The beach is full, it looks like the town is full, and I'm guessing the Dreamland Adventure Park, which is still open, is actually full, which is really good for the town. It's really nice to see that it's kind of boomed again. We've also got, kind of for the more arty lovers, the Turner Contemporary Museum, which is right on the seafront here, as you can see in this picture. Very interesting if you're into that kind of thing. It's not really my cup of tea, but there you go. Right, let's carry on around the coast. So one famous fact about Margate is the poet T.S. Eliot actually wrote one of his more famous poems actually sitting in this very shelter here, kind of looking out to the sea at Margate, and that poem was The Wastelands, which we will listen to now.
April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. Winter kept us warm, covering earth in forgetful snow, feeding a little life with dried tubers. Summer surprised us, coming over the Starnberger See with a shower of rain. We stopped in the colonnade and went on in sunlight into the Hofgarten and drank coffee and talked for an hour. Bin gar keine Russin, stamme aus Litauen, echt deutsch.
Thanks for joining me on part 24 of my Around the Kent Coast Cycling Challenge. We've just almost reached Botany Bay. As I turn the camera around, you'll see in the distance across the beach, you'll see all the tourists basking in the sun. In the distance is Botany Bay, which is their end destination today. I'm just going to show you a quick clip of that now. So that's it for this episode. Hopefully you'll join me again next week when we're going on towards Broadstairs.